Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Willis with Heavy Meta Gaming. I probably should have been doing more of these throughout the year. Basically, this binder here is a binder where I put a bunch of magic cards into the binder from people who brought cards in, sell to me, or things that I pick up that are worth, I don't know, more than maybe a couple of bucks that probably deserve a slot in a binder. But I've just been watching a bunch of like collection posts recently on YouTube, and it just kind of inspired me to want to do this. So apologize in advance for the overhead light. I'm sure there's going to be a nasty glare, and yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to essentially move this around so you can see cards and at least see the whole binder. But wanted it to be in portrait mode so you can actually see everything. So starting off, we got some mono white good stuff. Um, Divine Visitation is a crazy card. if you would, if one or more creature tokens would be created under your control, you just create that many 4/4 white angel creature tokens with flying and vigilance instead, which is absolutely bonkers. So all your little 1/1 creatures are now 4/4 angels with flying and vigilance. Pretty crack card. I have two copies of them. And then Strixhaven Day of Judgment showcase right there. Really nice artwork for that card, and I'm excited for the new Strixhaven. I don't know about you guys, but flipping over, I'm gonna have to slide the binder around and stand up and show you guys some things. Just some more overflow of white stuff, but also a couple of black cards right there, Phyrexian Arena, and a Thieving Varmint, which is pretty nice. That's my second copy. Some of these cards I already have listed on TCG Players, so they're just kind of chilling, but for the most part, everything in here is just, up for grabs. So I'm going to flip through a lot of this. And yeah, nothing too crazy on this page. That's a really good card, though. Train Heist. I don't know if you can, or Great Train Heist. I don't know if you can see it, but really cool. And also, Mages of the Wheel. I've had him for a while. He hasn't sold, but I think he's very fair. I think, you have to summon him and then sack him to do the thing. And I don't know. I think it's kind of cool that you can play out your whole hand and then go ahead and sack them and then draw 7 cards. I think it's great. Over here is a spec page. This is kind of funny. This is the only card I spec'd on for the -1/1 counters, and I only bought 4 copies at $1.49 a piece. I think they're going around $7 or $8, which is great. So I'm gonna potentially sell those. I'll keep maybe one or two in the store, but the other two sell it online. Nothing too crazy there, but this card's crazy. I thought I sold this card for $4 and felt sick to my stomach. I didn't. I found it in the my little 5 row at the shop. That's like a good playables that are cheap. And well, it was cheap at some point, but now it's worth like 30 something dollars. This guy, absolutely crazy. As soon as I actually bought this off a friend of mine, he moved back to Kansas City, spitting Dilophosaurus. I probably butchered that, but I don't care. That card's crazy. Absolutely crazy. As soon as I read it, I was like, oh goodness, I'm going to be paying money. Paid about $25 per copy of that. There was two of them. So the foil now I think is going around $60. I mean, if it doesn't sell online, if someone comes in the store, I'd probably give it to them for like 40 something and call it a day. But this one's sold, so I got to pack that one up. That one's from the Duskmorn uh, commander deck. That's like basically endless pain or endless punishment, something like that. So, but yeah, this whole page is listed currently. These used to be in my rogue deck, and don't really play the rogue deck. I think in order for the rogue deck to be good, I had to slam in a bunch of high-powered stuff, and that just feels bad because I like to play more casually. So these cards are listed, especially this one. This one is way up there in price now, so I was like, gonna list that. That's pretty cool. But yeah, now I'm just gonna kind of just flip through everything that I got here. I'm gonna quit talking just to speed this up, and yeah. Oh well, first and foremost, I'm gonna pull this combo off. Let you guys look at it. Maybe you can read the card. Maybe you can't see it. Um, but basically, this creature says all artifacts have at the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice this artifact unless you pay one colorless. This makes everything basically artifacts, and you gotta pay colorless. So maybe I'll be a stacks player one day. So yeah, then this is probably just going to be a bunch of stuff that I picked up over the last couple of years. Oh, and behind that is Chroma's Will. So all of this here, these are basically going to be case cards overflow for our case at the shop. And yeah, can't bring myself to play these two in a deck, so they're going to be up for grabs, even though this is my only copy of Urza Saga. And a bunch of good lands. Bunch of good stuff. Empty page. Some Phyrexian stuff. Picked these up out of an old school binder. Pretty crazy that these were in decent condition. I knew about these in advance. He had a couple of them. This, though, found some other tutors. Still got two of them from that collection. And a Mystic Remora, which is really sweet. These are going to look nice in the display case. Can't wait to put those in there. Anointed Procession also. Just we have another backup now, which is crazy. Swan Song. This has been spoken for. It's already been on a down payment. My buddy's got a payment of $60 and it's his, so gotta reach out to him. But then this here I would probably sell as a bundle. Again, this is one of those cards, the One Ring that I don't know. I can't bring myself to throw it into a deck. I don't know. I think people would be, I don't know, bent out of shape too much. But I'm thinking I might. But other than that, really cool secret layer of Kinky Jinky down there. Just some Lauren Eclipse stuff that a buddy of mine donated to the shop. I mean, all these were like less than $1 except for this guy. And that was like the only big counter spell that I wanted from the set. So gotta figure out a deck to throw that in. But then again, more lands. Some of the Jurassic Park stuff. So there's almost a good chunk of that stuff in there as well. I thought Electro Assaulting Battery was a pretty pricey card, but he's worth about $4, I think, right now or something like that. So he might get played. I don't know. Some really good stuff over in here. You got to double check the price on this guy. That might be worth throwing up online real quick. Just some Edge of Eternity Overflow, just some good stuff. This Silk Guard down here is the only Spider-Man card that I wanted to throw in a deck, but I already have like Heroic Intervention and stuff like that. What are you doing? You trying to get out of the binder? Stay in there. I know this one's got to be listed. This one's already in the case. This one's probably around $8 to $10, somewhere in that range. So that'll move much faster online. Some more overflow with Spider-Man stuff. Going into like the Final Fantasy cards, which are really nice. Just decent little playables. Got the crystals up there except for the black one. Yeah, nothing too crazy. This is a great time to pick up Sir Conrad, even though he's printed into the ground. That artwork is super sick. And yeah, some more overflow stuff. This is going to a buddy, so I got to pull that one out. I don't think I have a Farseek for him, but I do see that I got a Nature's Lore, so he can have one of those. And then this is just like some good commander stuff. I think these two are worth some money. I don't know if you can see that. The glare's terrible. Umbrus, Fear Manifest, pretty cool card. And then Kalta and Marvin. I remember buying those out of like bulk bins, so that was kind of funny. You see, I think it's worth a couple bucks now. I don't know. I gotta double check. And then yeah, coming up to the last end of the page. I already sold a couple of these online, which is really nice. Um, Paid quite a bit on them. And then yeah, everything else. Probably gonna sell one, play one when it comes to the Sibilance Anvil. I think it's a really cool card. I need to play an imprint, just spell slingy play style. I think that's pretty awesome. But I don't want to be that person that imprints silence or something that just tells my opponent they can't play on their turn. I think that's just too douchey. Like, why would you do that? Like, let people play their cards, but counterspell to protect your board, not just say, hey, you don't get to play the game. Like, that's no, we're here to play. And then these are just showcase versions of these cards from what, March of the Machine, March of the After Machine, or something like that. I don't know. They just look really cool. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the Magic Binder. Again, there's a bunch of cool stuff in here that is up for grabs and just stuff that I need to throw in the case at some point. And I think this is by far my favorite page. Just all the Phyrexian Praetors and the Phyrexian stuff, and then the high powered blue spells looks pretty sick. So thanks for watching. Let me know if I should do more of these or if you want me to show off some other stuff we got at the shop. And with that, have a great weekend. Peace.